welcome back to the Vauxhall Vivaro van build. Today I'm going to be working on the two cabinets that run down the sides of the van. There's going to be one here, and then there's going to be one at the end. The one at the end is going to house all my electrics, and then the left side is going to house the fridge and everything else. And the plan is for these back bits, I'm literally just going to have these apple crates underneath that just tuck underneath nicely like that. So here's the plan for today. Basically there are two structures that I'm going to build for this first section here. There's this first structure on the left hand side and then this second structure on the right hand side. Obviously this structure here is going to sit on top of here, and then this second structure is going to be the bit that drops down on top. So in terms of the build, I'm going to build this back structure and then this front structure and then stick them all together. That's the plan. So for the back structure, we're looking at this piece here. I've just been marking in the drill holes, and then this is the front bit of that piece. And then I've got these two connectors here, which will connect, hard to visualize now, but there'll be one there and there'll be one there when it's all stood upright. So let's drill those bits and get them attached together. I've just clamped this this angle here, this right angle, just so I can get these joints in perfectly. And my plan is just to screw in from the side so these bits are too flat, and I can pull them into the right angle and then screw through the side. The screws I'm using are 70mm screws, and that's basically just so that when it goes into the wood, as you can see, as it gets through all the way in here, it should pull itself nicely into here, and it has enough to get through. If I just quickly show you. So here's the right angle here. I've got it tracing all the way along. I'm screwing together substructure 1 at the moment. This is what it sort of looks like. For these cross beam sections, because they're not load bearing, I'm actually just putting brackets in both sections to make it work. And then on this side I've actually drilled through, because this is going to be the end of the van here, there's actually going to be a board that goes across here. So now I'm just going to screw in to this section here. So I've got to the next section of the build now. This is all screwed together and fits in the van. The next section, which is structure 2, is this portion here. So basically I'm going to drill in here and screw this piece on, which will form the other leg. And then the plan is to attach this piece here with brackets here, and there'll be one on the inside here. And then I need to get a really strong bracket to go into this section here to attach this. So this is the unit that I've just built, fully in, not screwed down yet. I'm just gonna confirm a few things first. But the plan is, I'm gonna put a board on this side, gonna put a lovely bit of this pine on the top here for the top layer, and then there's gonna be 2 shelves here which will be fully accessible from the bed. When the bed's fully out, it'll come to about here, which is great. And then on the other side, if I just take you around there, on this side, this is where I'm going to have my table set up. So I'm going to have a solid wooden panel down this side that has a table that swings up, and then there's going to be shelving here that is fully accessible from this side. Obviously the bottom shelf is going to be pretty small because there's well, there's my wheel arch there, but then I should be able to fit in another maybe 2 shelves, which will be boot and clothing storage. And then the top of this will basically be all work counter, which is brilliant because this is where I plan to do most of my cooking, on top of here. Now what you can see me doing here is I'm doing the cardboard cutout for the top. So I'm just making a template because the back of this van is curved, so it needs to curve around all these edges. And what I've got to do next is I've just penciled underneath where it touches here, because I want a 20mm lip on each side, except for that back side over there, which has got to be 10mm. So I'm just going to go figure that out, cut it out, and then cut the wood out, and then I'll get back to you. So here's the cut I've made for the top. It's just furniture pine. I'm just working out where I can take off just a little bit, just a tiny bit more, just to prevent this gap here, and also this is touching too much here, and then I can smooth out this whole section. But when I put my 2mm, 20mm bit of wood under here, which is what will sit under here, it's almost flush, so I do have a little bit to take off the other side, but I'm going to do that with sanding. So this is where we're finishing for today. The top isn't screwed on yet, but the plan is I actually need to varnish this and paint everything else before screwing this on, and then before putting the table on. So I'm going to finish today's vlog there. Thank you all for watching, and please tune in for the next one. Subscribe for when I fit the table.